Yesterday, Willow and I had Hooper's Team GB tryouts. This is to qualify for the WOC, which is the International Hoopers competition, which this year will be held in Italy in September. The rules were really interesting because no one in the UK has really done this before. This will be the first time the UK sent off a WOC team. So we were trying to interpret the rules, but they've been translated from a different language. So there were a few rules that were lost in translation. And the judge that had come over from Italy didn't speak English either. So he had an interpreter who was brilliant, but the interpreter didn't know anything about hoopers. So there are a few rules where we just kind of had to learn as we went. With Willow, I wasn't really expecting anything at all because there were certain elements of this competition, certain obstacles that she'd never seen before. So in this run, for example, she has the baseless tunnels, which look very, very different to normal agility tunnels. And we also have the gate at the top, which is like a fence with a mesh panel in between. So she had never seen those obstacles before. And she didn't quite know how to navigate them, especially when she was going at speed. However, I used a lot of our agility cues and just redirected her. So after this run, I realised that actually with these rules, if they bypass an obstacle, unlike in agility where they have to complete every obstacle properly, with this ruling, with the WOC rules, you actually get more faults if you go back and complete it, as far as I'm aware, as far as we could interpret. Or not that you get more faults, so you get 10 faults for missing an obstacle. You can go back and complete it. However, you still have obtained those 10 faults and you're just then wasting time. So it's best just to keep going unless it's going to put you off course. So if your dog misses more than 50% of the obstacles, then your dog will get eliminated. Other ways of getting eliminated is if the dog passes the first hoop. So you see here, there's one with a timing gate. If they go through that timing gate before I've got to the middle, where you have that circle there that you see that I'm stood in, that's the handling circle. If the dog passes the first gate before you get into the handling circle, that's an elimination. And if you step outside of the handling circle fully, then you also will get an elimination. So this is very different because the distances are also massive. So I think with the large dogs, there was a distance of a minimum distance of 10 and a maximum distance of 15 meters between obstacles. And with small dogs, in the small category, I think it was 10 meters between obstacles. So Willow did so well, considering a lot of these obstacles she'd never seen before. She came second in this run here that she was doing. So here we also have a serpentine, which you don't have in UK hoopers, where the dogs have to weave in and out of the hoops. So she came second in this run, and she came third overall in the 4 runs. So she did really, really well. It was also really interesting because I feel like everybody there, no matter how experienced they were in UK hoopers, everybody learnt something, which was really fun because it felt like we were all learning together.